the Spanish division of Rampart Records, which was started by Eddie Davis shortly before he died, to have a label dedicated to the traditional Mexican music or recordings that were done in Spanish, and it was called Rampart Latino.
In preserving the Eddie Davis legacy, Rampart Latino is looking for a multi-dimensional artist, an artist that's exciting, entertaining, an artist that has a great stage persona, that's a musical storyteller.
Rampart Records, we have this opportunity to release it on a much bigger scale.
The making of this album was made in the spirit of keeping traditional Mexican songs alive.
Voz y Guitarra, which I recorded with Elias Torres, who's an amazing guitarist from Mexico City. It's Mexican songs, different styles, such as bolero, the huapango. At the age of 12, my father was asked to tour with Mariachi Los Camperos, who was the mariachi that was accompanying Linda on that tour, which was called Más Canciones. I was asked to just, come along to the sound check.
They were at the Greek Theater doing the sound check, and Linda Ronstadt was running late.
So I went, hoping to meet Linda. That's all I wanted, was just an autograph.
Why don't we ask Fermin's daughter, Ixya, to come up, and she knows all those songs.
The director of the mariachi, Naticano, asked me to sing.
And she came up and did the sound check.
Linda's personal assistant was out in the audience, and I guess Linda had just arrived, so her personal assistant went, back and brought her out and said, "You have to hear this little girl sing." So I sang for Linda, and she was just blown away. A few days later, they went to San Francisco, the group, the tour had started, and she was talking to my dad and mentioned to him, I met this little girl back in LA, and wow, she just, she could really sing, but I don't even know her name. I don't know where to get a hold of her. And my dad said, "Oh, that little girl, that's my daughter." So, "Oh, that's your daughter, oh my God."
And Linda was so blown away that she took Ixya under her wings.
When she was 12 years old, and this is the way that I remember.
I did my first performance ever alongside her. It was at the International Mariachi Conference in Tucson.
We're doing a show, one of the main shows we did at the Tucson International Mariachi Conference. I started talking about this young prodigy that at 12 and a half years old and singing with one of the greatest vocalists of all time, which is Linda Ronstadt.
It was just a crazy, crazy experience because, the song that we sang was Los Laureles, which is the first song that I ever learned, And so here I am singing for the first time with the person who influenced me. Was just so blessed, I think, to have had that opportunity to perform with her, not only once, but it happened, I think, a total of 16 times. I've also shared the stage with other great singers such as Lola Beltran and Maria de Lourdes, Eugenia León. With every song that you sing, whether it's a traditional song or a jazz standard, and even within the traditional songs, there's so many different themes and styles. So just really you have to get into character with each particular song. I don't see it as getting into character in terms of the genre, but just the song itself. One of the qualities that I most admire about Linda is precisely that, her versatility. So that is something that I've always tried to emulate. My taste it's very eclectic. I really feel that a lot of us take the voice for granted. I thought that singing was just about learning some lyrics, opening your mouth, and, throwing out some notes. There's so much more to it. Just like there's a technique for playing an instrument, same goes for your voice, and your voice is an instrument. And I would say that it was perhaps the first instrument ever created because it's within us. There is an art to singing, and there's a whole technique. You have to learn how to breathe properly, how to work your diaphragm, your posture, how to open your mouth and form your lips properly according to the vowel that you're singing. It is challenging, and I think that that's something that should be acknowledged.
Ixya Herrera.
Quisiera convencerte que es mentira, que yo te traicioné con otro amor, pero mi orgullo